Vyakti journey, living and serving with our Brahmin family. Welcome, dear angel, brother Ken.
Oh, Shanti, dear sister Bhumi, Om Shanti Didi, Om Shanti everyone. Yes, as Bhumi then said, we are still today finished a retreat here in Cuernavaca in Mexico with very high level contacts that we had here, about 60 people, very specially selected. And one of the things, one of the exercises we did is connected with the homework in a way. So I'd like to share with you about that. I said yesterday that I'd be talking about dealing with others, and that's exactly the topic. But dealing with others, first of all, starts with dealing with ourselves. And probably this particular topic, I'll have to do it in 2 sessions because it's, again, very big. How to get along and live with others. This is actually the whole topic of the homework session, the special Avyakti journey. So I want to share with you one of the things in most languages, I think, at least in English and the languages that I know, the word nature, when you're referring to the trees and the sky and the sun and the rivers, we use the word nature, but also we use the word nature to refer to our internal state, my nature. So it's the same word. And there is a relationship because if we look at nature, the physical nature, the environment, we just can observe, for example, and this is one of the exercises I asked people today was a silence day here. So I just asked people to observe. Just look at the way the sun shines. It's beautiful weather here in Cuernavaca. They say it's the eternal spring because the temperature is always very pleasant. And it just rains in the evening here, apparently, so perfect weather. But so there was the sun shining, the clouds, not very many clouds, but the gentle breeze, and it was just lovely. It's such a lovely day, lovely weather. So it was perfect to observe how things are in their natural state. So you've got the sun shining, you got the breeze blowing. They're in the place where we are, there's lots of streams, so there's water everywhere. There are fountains. It's like a big park here, so it's lovely, big garden. So the trees are blooming. And so it was very easy to talk about the inner nature. When the physical nature is like that, the sun is just giving, the water is just giving, the air is just giving. Imagine if the air charged us for the oxygen we breathe, or if the sun charged us for the light and the heat that it gives us, or if the trees charged us for changing our carbon dioxide back into oxygen, because that's their job. And it's just, nature is just giving. So my natural nature, if we think about it, is just giving. And of course, when I'm in my natural nature, I'm closest to my deep state of soul consciousness, where it's natural to be a giver, it's natural to be loving, it's natural to be stable, it's natural to be peaceful. But then we lose it. And I was just thinking here how Baba was saying in this extract of the Muli to have these 3 relationships with the Father, the teacher, and the Sadguru. And these are 3 ways that we relate to the one Father. But actually they inform us, these relationships inform us how we should relate to others. Because if I step outside of the relationships with Baba while dealing with others, then, I won't be able to get power that I need. So if Baba's the father and I'm the child, but it also means that everyone else is my brother. So that informs me how I should interact with others in that brotherly consciousness. This is my lovely brother. This is Baba's other lovely child. So just the relationship with Baba informs me how I should connect up with others. And if Baba's the teacher, I'm a student. So I have to use Baba's Gyan, as Didi was saying, to understand myself, but I also have to use it to understand others. If I look at people through the lens of Gyan, I will absolutely understand that they are also just souls playing their roles like me. I can't control anyone. I shouldn't even try to control anyone. I have to play my best part. We are all together in this incredible drama, each one playing his or her role. So if I forget that, then I also can't have my relationship with Baba as a teacher. If I forget the teaching, how can I have a relationship with a teacher? If I forget the brotherly love, how can I have a relationship with the Father? And of course, the relationship with the Sadguru, I have to be okay. I remember once Baba told me before I came to Brazil, I asked him if he had any special instruction for me, Bhakdada. And he said, yes, don't be too strong on the principles with people. Be friendly, and then they will come to understand. So the way I practice Sriman shouldn't be harsh. It shouldn't be rigid. It should be quite serious. But I shouldn't live in a straitjacket. I should enjoy Baba's instructions. I should enjoy Sriman. And if I have that joy through really having my life under the command of Baba as a Satguru, then I can easily interact with others in a disciplined way. And I can, just by my own example, I can inspire them to also be disciplined. So it's lovely that these three relationships with Baba actually inform how I should relate to other souls as well. And of course, within that, especially within the Gyan part, Baba's my teacher, I really have to understand how the soul is in its original state and how it's become after some time. So let's say if I have an elastic, I'm going to use something here to imagine that it's elastic. Just imagine this is elastic. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, against my kurta, you can see it. But when you stretch it, as you stretch it, you go further and further away from the origin, and then you let it go, it goes back again. So you stretch it, it goes back. So when you've got something stretched and stretched and stretched, as we become more and more distant from our original state, there's more and more tension. And if I let it go, if I become free from the things that are holding me, and what are the things that hold me? Basically, they are my beliefs. I'm not held physically in my attachments and my considerations. They are the way that I think, the way that I believe. I believe something is important, therefore it keeps me. But if I go beyond and I let go, I will go back to my original state naturally. So when we're talking about the natural state of soul consciousness, I first of all have to understand that yes, I began like that. And after many births, I've become like this, right? So I am this, but I've become that. And there's a distance. And that distance creates a sort of not so good feeling because I'm not natural. If I'm perfectly natural, I feel good. If I'm not, I feel tense. And so it's a bit like Baba this morning, as Morley was talking about Gyan Bhagat. It's the Sunday Morley to this morning. What is a Gyan Bhagat? It's someone who stays in this distance, recognizes the importance of Gyan, but is also distant from the experience. So it's trying to get back. And of course, this is our homework, isn't it? And one of the things that helps me to understand all of this is the difference between qualities like our deep spiritual original qualities, peace, love, happiness, bliss, purity, truth, all of those. I have those qualities. And then I've got so many virtues, so many hundreds and hundreds of virtues. But the virtues are just based on the qualities in a way. So I like to think of the qualities of the soul as primary colors and the virtues as sort of composite colors in a way. So what are the primary colors? You have red, blue, yellow, black and white. Okay. With those 5 colors, you can make all of the colors. So in the same way, I have peace, love, happiness, purity, truth, let's say those 5. And with those 5, I can make up any virtues. And if, in fact, the virtues don't have those qualities, then they're fake virtues. They're not real. And if they do have those qualities, especially when I understand them, then, and Baba's behind them, I can call them divine virtues. If they don't have Baba behind them and the understanding of my original qualities, they're not divine virtues, they're just human ones. And so we have human virtues and we maybe confuse them with the divine virtues. And I'm getting to the point, okay, getting along with others. Now, so you've got each one of us, our personality, in fact, is just a part of our sanskars, not all of the sanskars. Personality is actually the active part of our sanskars. And so how someone behaves is according to their personality, and their personalities according to whatever's active. So, and whatever is active is connected with the karmic accounts that are happening, and the things that happen bring out of us certain things. And of course, there's a lot of, as Didi was saying, a lot of alloys mixed in those sanskars. So I have to understand that just as I have this original state, and I've come out from that original state, and I've stretched myself, right? And I'm trying to come back, in the same way, every single soul has an original state similar to mine. And they've been stretched out in different ways. Some have become like this, some have become like that, some have become, let's use the example of geometrical shapes. Some have become like a square, some have become like a circle, some have become like a triangle. So there are differences. We've become different, but we have the similar original state. So if I want to get on with someone, I have to see that difference. I have to, my vision has to penetrate all of the stuff in their personality, and people are different. And tomorrow I'll talk about those differences in more depth. But I am not my personality. I have become that with time. Personality is active because of the relationships that I keep, the condition of those relationships. And in the same way that I can come back to Baba through the relationship of father, teacher, and Sadguru, I can come back to a real, natural, pure relationship with anyone else. If I come back to the original condition that, okay, that person I'm seeing as my brother soul, that person is someone I'm seeing through the eyes of Gyan, and that person I have good wishes that they are able to understand and have a bit more discipline in their life, because that will be useful for them. Otherwise, I'm doing the things, I'm understanding the things, but on the other side, I'm not able to put them into practice. And that makes me, as Baba said this morning, a Gyan Bhagat. So I have Gyan, but I'm still trying. I'm still I'm still trying to get to that state. And in fact, because there's a distance, I feel a little bit unhappy because it's not natural. It is not natural to feel unhappy. It is not natural to feel peaceless. It is not natural to feel sad. These are the sorts of things, these are the states that are there because I'm distant from what I really am. And of course, I can't see that because there are things mixed. If I want, just like you make green by mixing blue and yellow, patience I can mix by mixing some truth with some love and some peace. In fact, the word patience comes from the Latin paciencia, which means the science of peace. It's lovely, isn't it? So patience means that I understand what peace is and I practice it. So I understand what love is really, what real, pure, spiritual love is, and I practice it. I understand the truth, and the truth is actually very simple. When you see complicated explanations about something, you can be sure that it's not true. I also have, Baba is the source of spiritual power. And this is probably what we need more. We've got all of these original qualities, but they need to become active. They have to take over my, let's say, worldly personality so that I can reveal the true being that I am. And this is all about the revelation. As I reveal my true qualities, actually, I'm helping to reveal Baba. And that's probably the best service I can do. Absolutely the best service. So these are sort of, getting along with others, first of all, means I have to come back to my own true nature. And I have to see behind all of the things that other people have become through time. They've had many births like me, mostly. Most souls, in fact, have one or two births. In 1920, the population of the world was 2 billion. Now it's 8. So in the last 100 years, 6 billion people have come here for the first time. So most souls have one or two births. So I have to help everyone, even though they have one or two births, they also come from the soul world like me. And in the soul world, we have a similar experience. So as I interact with others, I should keep that in mind that, I'm not with this person as they've become. I'm also with this person as they really are at the same time. And so I have to sort of see both things. And if I see both things, the original state and what people have become, then I can have compassion. Then I can have mercy. And then I can interact with them very nicely. So let's have some meditation just to make these ideas become stronger. Okay. Om Shanti.